From a systems standpoint, if you're a system architect and you're thinking about nodes and boxes and cloud deployment or how many containers you have or this kind of thing, the complexity of dealing with multiple stacks is an obvious detraction. And when you try to get a highly available system, even more so. And in scaling up, each of these things scales in its own way, independently, which you might think is an advantage, can be an advantage in some ways if you have only one kind of data that's massively scaling up or down. But you don't get to pool across these different kinds of data. So multiple data stores gives you more complexity. If you're in a high availability environment, some of these use mirroring techniques. They work in pairs. Some of these use clustering techniques or Zookeeper. They work in triples or more. And there isn't something that gives you a controller across all of them. So you're essentially providing HA clusters or mirrors for each of them and then putting an application on top of them, and that application also has to be highly available. You get a pretty complex picture. As an application developer, there's a need to synchronize data. If you have data in multiple stores within your application, it's not completely independent from each other. There are relationships between the data or else you wouldn't have it, which means there's some duplication and some synchronization, and that adds complexity.